Hello, my name is Jayesh Singhal, and I'm in ninth grade from Kirkland, Washington. Over the last two legislative sessions, the legislature has introduced several significant K-12 bills, including proposals to expand student mental health supports, increasing access to school meals, and adjusting the state's school funding formula through changes to property tax authority. Could you explain which of these recent initiatives you believe will have the greatest long-term impact on Washington students and what barriers you anticipate in implementing them at the district level?
Yeah, thank you for that question. Very complex question that really addresses the problems that we see, very complicated and sophisticated problems. So, with this question, what I'll do is focus on the mental and behavioral health support that we desperately need to really push into our school system, into the overall kind of understanding and conversations within the education space. So, we need to build a core funding model that focuses on building connected, continuing school behavioral health system. So, in other words, to ensure that students can easily find resources and easily get the resources towards mental and behavioral health support. Right now, there are numerous barriers and challenges that we're facing, challenges like fragmentation and the complexity of this problem, financial problems, workforce shortages. In addition, mental behavioral health spans across so many agencies, so without clear guidelines, without clear definitions and clear roles, it can get quite messy. So in other words, I believe that this problem must be tackled with a continuum of support that's close to home, support that partners with families and other entities and friends and students, ensuring that we really tackle the unmet needs of every student and every family. So this initiative would include ensuring that OSPI and the ESDs and school districts and school safety centers and other higher education entities are working in parallel and in line with three major goals. The first is figuring out what our schools need. The second is to provide those resources, assistance, and workforce to meet those needs, to implement and fund these needs, and finally to amplify and strengthen these programs with other professionals like the student assistance professionals. In the end, my hope, my goal, my mission is to ensure that every student receives the support and tools they need to thrive in school. For the greatest long-term impact to your question is to create a system where we are now focused on early prevention so that our students don't need to fall apart before they can ask for help. It means to give students the support they need, whether it's in school or out of school, so that they can focus on learning, so they can be in school and have a brighter future.
Thanks for that question. The last of those three, I think, was answered in previous questions, so I'll focus on the other two. Still believe that funding school meals for all kids is a good policy strategy because we all know that it's difficult to learn when we're hungry. The mental health topic, I'm glad you brought that up because that is critically important. I think that everyone struggles or experiences some kind of mental health stressor at some point in their lives, and most of us do on a regular basis. So ensuring that we have adequate staffing in schools for those staff members that are supporting students in that mental health area, I think is really important. I've supported investing large dollar amounts toward paraeducators and other support staff that can oftentimes be a resource in the mental health area. One other bill that is related to this that has been introduced last session and this session is limiting cell phone use in the classroom. We know that those can be a tool for bullying and lead to mental health stressors, and also a distraction from learning. So I'm excited about the prospect of policies statewide that allow students to focus on their academics and remove these distractions that oftentimes lead to bullying.